What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the rumors that Miles Morales has been cast. We don't know who it is, but we know he has been cast, and he is going to be entering the MCU. And now the question is, and it's what a lot of people, I think, are leaning to, and we'll obviously talk about it in this video, is will he be in Spider-Man 3? Would that be the best time? Would that be the time to introduce a character like that into the MCU? I think it's very likely. Really quickly, before I jump into that, if you guys are not already subscribed to this channel, please do. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. I do a brand new video on this channel every single day. We're getting real close to 2,000 subscribers, and I would like to hit that as soon as humanly possible. Okay, I would really appreciate it. So let's read over this article. It's from Jeremy Conrad. He's actually I've been following him on Twitter for a very long time. A very knowledgeable. He's really he gets a lot of rumors and a lot of things for the MCU. Gets a lot of them right too. Over the last couple of weeks, we've been hearing some pretty interesting things come to light about Spider-Man 3 prior to the start of filming. We got Jamie Foxx's Electro, and Benedict Cumberbatch will be appearing as Doctor Strange. There's also a lot of crazy rumors flying around, which he's referring to, by the way. There's a lot of things that have said Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are cast, and that's like official. You haven't really seen like the ones you go to, the actual like leakers or the industry insiders, the ones that are like the most credible. They haven't said that that's true yet, so I'm gonna hold off on it. Although it seems very likely that that's going to happen and that that will actually be a thing we see on screen. I'm gonna hold off on saying it's a true thing until one of like the big guns say it. He has a source who's reliably told him some things on the DC side, especially about Peacemaker series back in July, and they told me this past week that Sony and Marvel have already found their live-action Miles Morales. I have no idea who it could be or even if it's for Spider-Man 3, but that would make the most sense for his debut. We know Miles exists in it because of Donald Glover, right? Aaron Davis, and mentions his nephew to Spider-Man. There's even a I didn't actually know this. There's even a deleted scene where he calls Miles on the phone. As Spider-Man Homecoming is long before the blip, it's always possible that Miles wasn't dusted and he grew up in those 5 years to be closer to Peter's age by the time of Spider-Man 3. So I believe this. Again, I think this is a guy that gets pretty much every single thing that he says right, so there's really no reason to doubt it. I know a lot of actors. I know, not like personally. I mean, I wish I did, right? I know a lot of actors. I know a lot of actresses. But I know basically a lot of them that are probably around my age, maybe around like 22. Now, I'm not saying my age, but around 22, 23 and older. I know a lot of them, okay? Again, by like name or their age or what they look like, stuff like that. A lot of ones that are younger, though, like Tom Holland, to me, got picked out of thin air, right? I didn't know who Tom Holland was before Civil War. I don't know how many people knew who Tom Holland was before Civil War. And to be quite honest with you, a lot of times in those roles, right? In fact, I just got done recording a video on Scream about the newest Scream movie. You could think about it, a very long out example, too, or like a far back example. Now, again, I was like 0 years old when they were filming Scream, but I like Neve Campbell. She was like 22 when she was filming that, or 21, 22 when it came out. It's like, how many people really knew her? And that happens pretty much with a lot of things, right? You're going to have an actor or actress that joins something, especially if it's young, if it's like a Scream example or like a Spider-Man example. I mean, they come in young. They may not have even been in all that many things, and then they're thrust in, and then that role, like Spider-Man, is the biggest thing they have to their name as of now. So the person that they got cast to be, I mean, even look at like Miss Marvel, right? Who they casted for that. I don't know who she is, right? I never knew who she was, but I can tell you that after she plays that role and after we see her as Kamala a little bit, that's going to be like her main thing. Same potential thing, honestly, for Miles. Be a little bit younger than Tom Holland. Tom Holland, I believe, is 24 years old, so maybe we're looking at an actor that's around like an 18 to 20 range, 18 to 21 range. Maybe that looks a little bit younger too. Get him in there. We don't even know who he is yet, and then he, obviously does as good of a job as he can do as Miles. So that's that part. Now, would he appear in Spider-Man 3? I think so. We're getting to a point now. There's a lot of back and forth as to how many. Remember, the idea was like to give Tom Holland like 5 Spider-Man movies. There's been talk of 6. We're going to get more than 3 though. Okay, it could end up being like 2 trilogies, like 1 through 3, and then 4 through 6. We may end up getting 4. We may end up getting 5. Now, the deal with Sony too, that messes it up too, because I feel like the way they did it, right? Isn't it going like a movie to movie movie thing where really, as of right now, Spider-Man 3 is the only one that's like officially official, right? But again, before that happened, which that could affect things, but before that happened, the plan was to give him like 5 or 6 films, okay? At some point, you would probably like to do the stuff that they're doing now. And I mean, like I just said, you're seeing it happen, okay? You're seeing very potentially a Spider-Verse live action happening in front of our eyes, right? We're seeing a lot of things changing. We're seeing, again, actors and characters from different universes, or Doctor Strange, like, again, a returning face from the MCU. We're seeing a lot of different things. Bringing in Andrew Garfield, bringing back Tobey Maguire. I mean, those are obviously really enormous things. But eventually, do you do a Sinister Six? Is that something that probably happens? I think it is. There's a lot of people that are very concerned about that and don't want it to happen. I'm very concerned, but I do think it's possible. And I do think like they could pull it off if they just try hard, right? If they actually close their eyes and think hard enough, I think they could actually do it. But I mean, Sinister Six, that's something you'd probably like to see eventually in in a major Spider-Man film. And then Miles, I mean, you look at what they're doing it makes sense because you see with Venom, you see a lot of the stuff. You see Olivia Wilde with what she's going to be doing, a lot of spin-offs and really expanding. I mean, you already have the MCU as big as we thought it could be, and now it's going to get even, much, much bigger, right, with the Eternals and lots of other things. Going to get bigger, but you also have the potential to make each of these individual franchises. Now, Spider-Man is a little bit bigger than a lot of the other ones, but you have the potential to make Spider-Man's franchise bigger as well, right? Give other characters spin-offs of their own. Miles is obviously a very, very good one, and we know he sells. We know because of the video games. We know because of Into the Spider-Verse. I mean, Miles is a very, very popular character, a character that works really, really well, and a character that really could probably carry something all on his own. I really don't think there's any doubt. Now, could he carry things as well or as easily as Spider-Man? Maybe not, but he can do it by himself. So I think Spider-Man 3 makes a load of sense. I mean, again, you're bringing back Electro, you're bringing in Doctor Strange, you may be bringing back Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Why not? Why not get another, like, an apprentice kind of character, a Miles Morales? Why not start him here, see where he goes? He could be a kind of minor character in this and then become more of a major player in a Spider-Man 4. As we get closer to another Avengers movie, you could have another, web slinger in there. Lots of potential, and I think that makes the most sense. To be honest, I never really put much thought into Miles being into Spider-Man 3, but I mean, again, you look at everything else that's happened, why not? It makes sense. It's kind of pretty good timing. I think it's going to end up happening. So let me know, guys, in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think Miles is going to be in Spider-Man 3? Do you guys know any actors, under the age of like 23, 22 that you think would play him? Let me know. As always, again, like I said in the beginning of the video, make sure you guys are subscribed and have the bell icon turned on so you know when all these videos go up. I do a brand new video every single day on this channel. I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.